Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with his good friend Dustin from Convoy Home Loans. How you doing, buddy?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. So Patrick Bet David, Valuetainment, somebody I follow, respect, and admire for what he does. He has come out, and to his credit, let's give him full credit. He 3 or 4 months ago, he talked about owner occupied conventional loans going to 10%. At the time, rates were 5, and for most of us, myself included, was like, that's not possible, right? What are you thinking? But we're halfway there, right? Owner occs at 7.5, and investor loans. You and I were just talking off air, are already at 10%. So let's talk about investors being already there. Not everybody, but lots of us. And then let's switch gears to owner occs. I mean, it really could get to 10%, right?
Yeah, I don't. I mean, you're telling me he called this a couple of months ago when rates were at 5, or said it could go to 10.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he said I think it was 4 months ago. He was pretty adamant, and actually he was going toe to toe with Dave Ramsey, right?
Ah,
He called 10%. Dave Ramsey actually did an Instagram, I think, saying not happening. And you know what? That's a bold call, and we're halfway there, and I give him credit for it.
yeah. I mean, based on yesterday's meeting, if the Feds continue at least doing this and the slow, kind of painful increases until Q3, I say next year, I could see it at 10 if they stay at this pace because it's been 8 months, I think, since their
Yeah.
first hike in 2022.
Mhm.
And we saw, owner occupied go from 3 basically to 7.5. So we're more than halfway there to 10. There's
Yeah.
another 8 between now and Q3. So I think it's possible, but my opinion is that it's not going to get there. I think at 8 is kind of a benchmark right now, that at least maybe 8.25, that's going to really break housing in terms of for the owner
Yeah.
occupied consumer, which most people that are buying homes are owner occupants, right? um I just don't, what I was seeing, and I do a lot of reading on my own time about the market and our housing supply issues, and the inventory problem is something that's going to take us so long to get out of, that if we continue to not provide enough inventory, and we continue to raise rates at this pace, and we continue down this same path, nobody's going to be able to qualify for buying a home that's owner occupied. We're going to see more hedge. I think, what was the amount of in 2022? I read something that new homes, I want to say 35% were bought by hedge
Yeah.
funds. Like that's not a healthy number for our housing market. Not
Yeah,
at
I
all.
forget. I talked about it in my daily financial news. I want to say LTI, but that's probably not it. The number 10 home builder in the United States sold 1/3 of their inventory to private equity, right, which build for rent community.
Exactly.
And the other thing that we're going to see is um, new builds are going to crash, right? We
Yep.
did 600,000 or 800,000 transactions last year. We'll probably do 450 this year. Dude, we may not do 250 next year. Builders
Yep.
are just going to stop. And if you have this, inventory aging out, being replaced, we're not even going to be building enough to replace inventory that burns down,
Nope.
right? So the inventory problem is going to get worse. And yeah, so I'll sit here right now and say Patrick's right. It's certainly possible. 10 is possible. He seems very confident about that, which again I give him full credit for. Like you though, I don't know that it's probable
Agree.
next year. Um, will we get to 8? Dude, I think we're going to see something with an 8 on it in Q1.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, and then we're going to find out. We're going to find out what happens to housing once we post an 8. And again, I want to be clear, investors, we're already in the tens. We're already in the tens.
Yeah, I mean, we can, investors on our non-QM, even like full doc right now, you're seeing this is, let's just say right at the middle, 700 credit score, 25% down. property's cash flowing, you will get maybe a par rate for you. Maybe if it's your first time or something, it's right at 10%. Sure, you could buy it down, maybe down to, if you really wanted to, still down to 8% or something. But the fact is that we're already at 10 in a decent amount of situations for, investment property, DSCR kind of non-QM loans right now.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So again, folks, we're just in that cycle. As investors, you and I mean, I say this all the time. People think I'm kidding. I am not. I don't care what the cost of capital is. It's one variable in my spreadsheet. And if my numbers at the end don't make sense, I don't buy it or I offer less. It's just one variable. Owner ocs are really in a tough spot. You're making a different decision, right? This is going to be your home. It's not income producing. You're not caring about yield. It's tough. First time home buyers, tough today. But yeah, we're here helping investors, owner ocs. If somebody wanted to reach out and maybe even talk to you about this CLTV program, which we announced in video number 2, which they need to check out, how would they do that?
Just go to our website at convoyhomeloans.com. You can click the apply now or contact us button. Just click the drop down that you came from ORAT.
Yeah, do me a favor, folks. Let's test it out. Let's see how Jonathan did. He just rolled out the new site. Let's go to convoyhomeloans.com, reach out, take the drop down, say ORAT. Let's send them some messages and see if the system's working. Thanks, Dustin. Take care.
Thanks, Mike.